What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before I go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I post every Monday and Friday. Hit that thumbs up button while you're at it. So, welcome to the part 2, I guess, of my ketogenic experiment. I've been a ketogenic vegan for 1 week exactly now. For those of you guys who don't know what ketogenic means, basically, to be in a ketogenic state means that your body is depleted of carbohydrates to an extent where it has to take fat, process it through the liver to create things called ketone bodies to use as fuel instead of glucose. So in the absence of carbohydrates or in the absence of food, your body goes into this state called ketosis, which basically means it switches metabolisms over from a sugar-fueled metabolism to a fat-fueled metabolism. And according to a lot of scientific studies and research around the topic, this is a more efficient way for your body to run. Now, this is something that I have never attempted because I'm a vegan, and as a vegan, most of what I eat is carbohydrates. So this is something that I never even considered doing as a vegan because I didn't see a reason to. I decided to try it as an experiment. I didn't really see a whole lot of vegans doing ketogenic diets, especially vegan athletes. And so it kind of piqued my interest to see, one, is it possible for a vegan to get into ketosis and then stay in ketosis? And two, how easy is it? Is it sustainable? Is it effective? Will you lose all of your gains? Will you lose all of your energy? Is it healthy? All these questions started to arise, and so I decided to just give it a shot. So for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be doing a fully ketogenic diet as a vegan and sort of showing you guys the results. So if you haven't already, go watch my last video, which I released exactly a week ago, which is my vegan ketogenic grocery haul and full day of eating to show you what I ate that first day as a ketogenic vegan. Now, it's been exactly 1 week in, so I just wanted to make this video to show you guys a few of the things I've learned along the way, and then also just show you guys the progress, what I'm feeling, what's going on. So first things first, the weight loss aspect of it. Here's a little bit of a physique update. So the common thing with ketogenic diet is rapid weight loss, especially in the first week you're doing it. And that is because for every gram of carbohydrates that you intake, your body stores 3 to 4 grams of water. So as you can imagine, if you deplete your carbs, obviously your body is just going to completely get rid of all the water in your system. On top of that, you're going to be draining yourself of electrolytes. So in the absence of carbohydrates, you really need to be bumping up your sodium levels to a really, really high extreme. It's actually pretty crazy how much sodium you need to eat on this diet. And then on top of that, because of the high sodium, you also need to be pushing your potassium as well. So there's this whole other balance that needs to occur in order to be able to retain water weight and keep those electrolytes in your system. But in saying that, in that first week, you just shed water like nobody's business. And on top of that, you lose all of your glycogen stores, and then also your body gets into this state where it's able to just start burning fat as energy very, very efficiently. So in this first week of doing it, I've lost about 7 pounds. I started the diet at 176, a little bit over 176. This morning I woke up at 168.5 or something like that. So I've lost roughly 7 pounds in 1 week. It's been crazy. Every single day I wake up, I weigh myself, I've lost a pound on average. So that was kind of blowing my mind as it was happening, especially because I'm eating in a caloric surplus. The first 2 days I thought, oh, I won't eat in a caloric surplus, I'll see how I go at maintenance. But then I ended up just eating in a caloric surplus for every single other day. So at least 3,000 calories, sometimes 3,500 calories. So to watch my weight just drop every single day, even though I was eating so many calories, that was actually pretty astonishing. That's the first thing that you're gonna notice on this ketogenic diet is rapid weight loss. Now, most people are gonna experience something called the keto flu in that first week, and that is because your body, for the most part, especially in the Western world, is not geared up to be able to process fats efficiently as energy. It wants carbohydrates, it wants glycogen, it wants those fast digesting sugars, especially pre and post workout. So for the most part, if you're trying this and you're not athletic, or maybe you don't have a great metabolism, that's definitely something that can happen. I experienced this to a very small degree the first few days for sure. Because I practice intermittent fasting and I've been intermittent fasting for a long time now, I think my body was able to adjust very quickly to the lack of carbohydrates, because I am used to going all day without eating and then working out on an empty stomach anyway. But that kind of brings me to one of the initial struggles I had, which was basically I missed those smoothie bowls. I missed those post-workout smoothie bowls, those giant bowls of carbs. You know, you don't get that on a ketogenic diet. So I really did miss, working out fasted and then having that big bowl of just like energy flood my system immediately. So that was a bit of an adjustment, coming home from a big workout, being fasted, and then eating a big bowl of fats and things like that. It kind of, took me a while to learn how to use those as energy and feel satisfied with that. In terms of like food and variety, at first I thought this is going to be really a boring diet and something where I'm going to be eating the same thing over and over every day. But I was wrong. The vegan diet is loaded with really amazing sources of fats and healthy fats. Yeah, the amount of food I've been able to eat has been astonishing, and good food, all very healthy food. One bit of advice though I'd give for you guys is just limit your processed soy intake. The first few days I really relied heavily on processed soy products, fake meats, tofu, etc., just because they're very low carbohydrate, but they're just not necessary, because really you're gonna find it hard to hit the fat numbers that you really need to hit. The first couple days, I was thinking that I'm eating enough fat, but I really wasn't. I really needed to substitute protein for fat. I needed to lower my protein. I was eating a lot of these processed soy products that were very high in protein with almost no fat, no carbs. And saying that, tofu is definitely still something I'm keeping in my diet, because I've been learning a lot of great recipes to use that for, and I've created a really great vegan keto smoothie bowl substitute, which is just as delicious, if not more delicious, than my regular smoothie bowls. Now, 1 week in, I'm noticing now my energy has picked up. I'm not craving anything anymore. I find I can go all day without eating. Before I started this, I was fasting on average about 16 hours a day, breaking my fast, around lunchtime, maybe mid-afternoon, eating for 8 hours, pretty standard intermittent fasting window. Since going keto, I find I can go all day now without eating. I've been fasting on average for 20 hours a day. I usually don't eat till 6 in the evening, because my body now has the ability to just take fat, use it as energy. And when I do eat, I'm eating these high volume meals full of veggies and fats and healthy nutrients. It doesn't spike my blood sugar, so I don't have these these ups and these downs. I kind of just have this consistent energy all the time. So it's very interesting. Is this something that I'm going to do for a long time? I don't know, to be honest. I think I'm going to try this for the next 3 weeks and see what the results are and see how I feel. And if I like it, I'll keep going. I might just do like a cyclical keto diet where I do keto during the week and then refeed on the weekends with fruits and starchy vegetables and things like that. Other than that, I'm finding this actually surprisingly so much easier than I thought it would be. So yeah, the keys are definitely go for lots of avocados, because those are high in potassium. Definitely get your hands on some of this. This is called cream of tartar. It's very high in potassium, and just a little tiny bit, you can put it in smoothies or on salads or whatever. It really doesn't have a whole lot of taste to it, and it's just gonna help you hit those potassium goals. But also sodium, you would not believe how much sodium you need, and it's so hard to get it. I've been putting salt on everything and it's still not quite hitting my numbers. But yeah, other than that, I'm very happy with how it's going. And I'm just gonna show you a couple of the meals now that I've really found as staples for me, and hopefully this is gonna help you guys out. So the first meal I'm gonna show you is probably my favorite meal right now, and that's this giant salad. I made this dressing on accident that is absolutely insane, and it's got no carbs in it. It's really high in fat, but it's so tasty. So I'm gonna show you that. So basically the salad consists of a whole bag of spinach, and then usually a whole bunch of olives on top of that, maybe some asparagus, maybe some broccoli, whatever I feel like throwing on top of that. And then I'll always add pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and hemp seeds for protein. Sometimes I'll grill or fry up some tofu, throw that on there, and then I douse the whole thing in this special keto vegan dressing that's absolutely insane. So basically, to make the dressing, all you need is just a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 serving of olive oil, and then 32 grams of natural creamy peanut butter, a little bit of garlic. Blend that up. You know, if you don't believe me, you just gotta try it. It's like a nutty Thai sauce, and I could just eat it all day. And then last but not least, on top of the whole salad, a whole avocado. You're gonna wanna try to put avocado in as many meals as possible in this diet, which I'm not complaining about. I love avocados, they're so good for you. High in protein, high in fiber, and very, very nutrient dense. So I'll put that on the salad as well. So another staple of mine has been my keto vegan avocado ice cream bowl. It's basically like a smoothie bowl, but with avocado, and it's insane. So basically you want a frozen avocado, throw that in a blender with 1 cup of full fat coconut milk, half of a serving of vanilla vegan protein powder, some cinnamon. I'll usually throw like 80 grams of natural peanut butter in there, a serving of coconut oil, and some ground flax meal. Blend that up, throw that in a bowl. It's like thick, it's creamy, and then sometimes I'll top it with some other nuts and seeds, or I'll just eat it as is. It's so tasty either way. You can add some stevia to it. It's really good. It's a great substitute if you like those cold, desserty, sweet kind of things. Great post-workout vegan keto meal. Very nutrient dense, calorie dense, high in fat, low in carb, high in protein, very, very delicious. This is my vegan keto chocolate covered hazelnuts. This is so easy to make. You get a block of 100% cacao chocolate, dark chocolate, melt that in a pot, mix in some coconut oil, some stevia. You're gonna wanna use a lot of stevia for this, and then optional, maybe a little bit of peanut butter, and then basically toast some hazelnuts in the oven, and then just pour the chocolate all over it and let it sit in the freezer for 5 minutes. I'll usually throw this in some peanut butter or pour some peanut butter on top and eat it. So that is basically it for today's update. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any tips or tricks for me, if you've done this before. Please subscribe. I'm gonna be posting updates on this every single week. Make sure you hit the like button, and I love you guys. I'll see you next week.